Hello class. So some people have been asking me about the formula for finding the any given specific term in the binomial expansion, right? Remember, this is the binomial theorem. A plus b to the n is equal to all of this expansion, right? And we know that we have n plus 1 terms in here. If the exponent is n, you have one more in the expansion, one more term than n. So you have n plus 1 terms. But sometimes you only need a specific one. Say that you want to have only, you want to find seventh term of an expansion, right? And you don't want to go over the whole thing. So how do you find that specific seventh term? To some of you, I already gave this formula, and that's why I wrote me. Okay, let's read everything. Are there two formulas for finding the rth term on a binomial expansion? Are there two formulas, guys? Okay, because some people have been telling me that they saw this somewhere in some other places, and to I think to two classrooms I have given this formula. Okay, so let's first discuss this one, the one I found. The rth term is given by this formula, and what I mean by the rth term, any general term that you need to find in here, that you need to calculate, right? If you're looking for the seventh term, then basically replace this r by 7, and this formula will give you directly how that term should look. So it's going to look like this, and choose 7 minus 1 and choose 6 times a raised to n minus r minus 1, which is going to be minus 6, right? Times b to the r minus 1. And since r is 7, then we're gonna have a 6 in there. So this is how your term is gonna look. Okay, if you stick to my formula, which is not mine, right? I mean, I didn't uh, invent this thing. And if how did I get here, guys? It's important that you understand how I got here. It's a very simple process of induction. It's induction, guys. What is that? It's this. I observe all of these terms. I observe the formula, and then I realize that this is the first term, this is the second term, this is the third, and so on. And I realize that the only things that are changing in these terms is this number, can you see? And the exponents of these two numbers. Look, can you see? And look, that's the only thing. So just realize or notice the pattern. For the first term, you got 0 here, 0 here, and n here. For the second term, you got 1, 1, and n minus 1. For the third, you got 2, 2, and n minus 2. You see? So if you want to find the term of index r, or the rth term, all you have to do is understand the pattern. And basically, if you follow the same scheme, okay, then for the term number r, you're going to have n, and then r minus 1 in here, because this number is always 1 less than this one. Can you see? And then a raised to the n minus r, because this number here, it's always, I'm sorry, I made a mistake in here, n minus r minus 1, like so, okay? And because it follows, it also follows the formula, right? Try to understand why this is true. And times b raised to what exponent? To r minus 1, right? Because this number is also always 1 less than this. Can you see? So that's it, guys. That's how you get the rth term, by just a process of induction. You observe the terms and you notice the pattern. That's it. So that's why I wrote this for you. You can use it. You don't have to memorize. You can once again just lay down the expansion and then look at the formula, and then notice the pattern, and then you can write the formula. Okay. Now, some people have told me, teacher, I saw this online, this other formula. What's up with this? Okay, this is the case, guys, in which you want to consider this not as the first term, but as the term 0. I'm going to do that in blue. If you think of this term as the term 0, then this formula, that's the one that works. You see? So basically, we're having a different reference frame. I start considering this as the first one because that's usually how we humans think about, right? Like the first thing that appears, we call that the first one. We don't call it the 0th one. You see what I mean? So for this other formula, it's the same as this, only with a different base position, posición de base, okay? So they start from 0. For them, from some other places, this is the term number 1, this is the term number 2, and the last one is the term number n. And for me, I want to understand this one as the first one, this one as the second one, the third one, and this last one as the n plus 1. That's the only difference, guys. But technically, these two formulas are the same. If you replace r minus 1 by r, you're going to see that everything checks in. So the starting position, that's the only thing. The starting position, that's the only thing that is changing. Whether you start considering this as the first one, or whether you start considering this as the 0th one. That's it. So there you go. Thanks so much. Bye bye.